Hey now, Tough Skin Soft Heart family. Welcome to another edition of Tough Skin Soft Heart. Hey now, Tough Skin Soft Heart family. I am so grateful that we are gathering. Hey now, Tough Skin Soft Heart family. Welcome back to another episode. And really just welcome back to our community table. Hey now, family. Welcome to another edition of the Tough Skin Soft Heart podcast. I am honored and delighted that as you craft and create sacred space in your life for restorative rest, as you remind yourself that you as a human being are more important than the work of your hands, as you as a leader, as a difference maker, as a role model, as a hope dealer, and all of the hats that you wear, recognize that you are a human being first. Can we talk about it, right? Like you are human first, even beyond and before the mantles of leadership that you operate in. That you include this podcast, these 15 minutes of inspiration and strategy, and how you intentionally and weekly feed and nourish your soul and feed and nourish your spirit so that you can continue to be the dynamic difference maker you are in all of the places your feet are planted. It just warms my heart. I'm so grateful to do life with y'all, right? To do leadership with y'all, to do life in this season of life and in this dispensation of leadership with y'all. And it's just an honor every time we gather. And even today, I know that some of you listen audibly to the podcast. I'm thankful for that. And then there's some of you that subscribe and you watch us visually. So however you are tuned in, and I love hearing that you all often listen to the podcast while you are transporting your babies to and from school. So, hey, babies in the back seat or in the passenger seat, I'm just grateful that we are becoming a family affair across multiple generations. I just am really excited that you are bringing in your emerging leaders into this conversation so that as they mature, that they early on understand the importance of their holistic well-being and that they lead not at the expense of their wellness, not at the cost of their wellness, but out of the outflow, out of the overflow, out of the abundance of their wellness. So y'all know how we do. I have to always do my little family reunion conversation as we step into today's topic. All month long, we have been talking about cultivating within ourselves the mind of a finisher. And there are so many aspects, in partnership with our friends over at University of Michigan Health West, we were talking initially about our physical health and what that looks like to not just start a thing, but to sustain a thing and to finish a thing when it comes to taking care of our physical bodies. But today I want to talk to those of you that I want to talk out of our aspirations and ambition hat today. I know that many of the folks that tune into our podcast that are a part of our family are entrepreneurs. We're thankful for the intrapreneurs, the INTRA, intrapreneurs, folks that are using an entrepreneurial mindset to work within established systems and organizations and businesses. Listen, as a business owner, we need you. We need your talents. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. Don't believe the hype, right? But I want to talk to those of you that either have a side hustle or you are a founder, you are in the midst of igniting a startup, you have a startup, you are an established business. Today's podcast is a little bit geared specifically to you. And as we think about finishers, one of the things that has inspired me is I think about people that have grown movements or ideas or businesses from ideation to successful implementation. I have learned that those folks, part of how they've cultivated the mind of a finisher is that they are constantly preparing for possibilities and opportunities that haven't presented themselves yet. So as difference makers, as a collective family, I want us to have a collective wisdom conversation about this with this prompt at the center. How are you living in your now, but investing in your next? How are you building slow and staying ready? Have you asked yourself that? Because I know that you have aspirations and ambition that extend beyond where you are right now. But how does that manifest, not just in this kind of far off galaxy where success happens, right? Which we know is not the case. But if we understand that my future success is connected to what I'm doing in my present, and that success is not overnight, it's not, it just doesn't happen or manifest without some intentional activity from me, right? I'm not negating that there are these serendipitous moments, right? Or the role of connections and networks, these other things that absolutely are critical elements to success. But today I'm drilling it down. I'm drilling down the focus to saying, on a daily basis, how are we positioning ourselves so that when possibilities present themselves, when opportunities present themselves, that we are not choking at the door of opportunity because we didn't get ready. So a few weeks ago, I posted something on my Facebook page because of an experience that I had, and I encouraged every founder, creative, anyone with a business idea that in their car, I said, in your car at all times, always have your catalog, product samples, tear sheets, a capability statement. Even if you need to Google what those are and look at some models of what those are, do that. Because you want to have it accessible, because you never know where possibility will meet your preparation. And that happened to me recently. And I'm going to share this lived experience from my own journey with the hope that together we can extract some wisdom that will be applicable and helpful in your journey. So I always keep catalogs in my car. I keep our product catalog. I keep product samples in our car because, one, I never know where I'm going to be. I never know when opportunity is going to present itself. Even when I travel, when we travel as a family or when I travel individually, I always pack some product samples and a catalog because it never fails. I'm going to go into a cute store or meet someone serendipitously. They're going to ask me about what I do for business, and I can make an exchange because that's how business happens. Business is relational. Well, something similar happened to me about 3 weeks ago. I went into a boutique that's next to a business I frequent often, and I've always loved this boutique. I've always thought that the way they merchandise their store, I've always loved the items that they carry. It's always been so innovative, so on trend, so super cute. And so I had a little bit of time, so I said, well, I'm going to go into this store that I love so much today. I'm in the store, I'm browsing, I find a shirt with the back out. Y'all, I was trying to get this shirt because I wanted to be fast for the summer for my date nights with my honey dip. That's a whole nother podcast. And so, I'm trying on these little cute tops and, I ended up talking to the owner, but I don't know she's the owner. Now, let me tell you all, the owner had just come from working out at the gym. So she had gym hair. She had on some fuzzy slippers. But even that is a lesson because sometimes we miss opportunities because we expect them to come packaged and bundled a certain way. Hold that thought because I'm going to come back to it. So I'm shopping in the store and I ended up purchasing something for my niece whose Sweet 16 is coming up. And as I'm checking out, there were two women behind the counter. It's the woman that looks like she rolled out of bed, not judging her, but just giving you a mental picture, helping you to have a visual with my story. And then there's a woman that, is dressed like reflecting the trend of the store. And so I acknowledge both women because I've learned in business, I'm not going to assume who you are because of how you look. I am going to speak to both of you like you are power brokers in this store because you are. They may be different roles, but you're both power brokers in this store. And so I looked at both women and I said, I don't know if either of you are the buyer for the store or the owner of the store. And when I said owner, I specifically looked at the woman that had the more disheveled appearance because I don't want to assume. I said, but if you are or you're connected, I would love to bring my catalog in. I have some things in the car. I would love to bring it back because I love this store and I carry inspirational products and I could just see them so perfectly in the store. So that's when the woman with the disheveled appearance said, oh my gosh, I'm the owner. I usually don't look like this. I just came in from the gym. And then she said this, y'all. She said, I'm usually never in the store. And I thought, this is serendipitous. Okay, she's never in the store. She ran in the store. She said, I would love to see what you have. So I dash out to the car, I grab catalog, I grab some stickers, some greeting cards. I come back in and I give them to both. I grab enough to give to both women because I know that they're both difference makers connected to this brand, right? And I have learned in the process of my business to cultivate relationships with everyone that's on the continuum of leadership, not just the person with the title. So I bring back in things for both of them to enjoy as well as to have in the store. And they start to ooh and ah over the things. So they're oohing and ahhing. So I said, well, how do I capitalize on this moment? I said, do you mind if I take a photo of you with your brand and these products? So the owner says, no, I look crazy. So she ducks under the desk. True story. But then the other woman, her number 2, says, absolutely, you can take my photo. I snap a photo of the woman holding our products, Shannon Cohen Inc. products, in front of their logo. As soon as I get back into the car, right, because we're not wasting any time, I share it in my stories and I tag the store and I say, wouldn't you love to see our products here at this particular store? We love this store so much. And people start saying, oh my gosh, I love the store. I would love to as well. And then when I share it with people on my Facebook, that was Instagram. I go to Facebook, share the same photo, tag the boutique. And then that's when I say, always be prepared. Have your product catalog, your capability statement, a half sheet with just your name, logo, website, and how people can find you, product samples, whatever that is. And there was this whole conversation that ensued with other women-owned businesses that were saying, I need to do better at that, or can you talk to me, Shan, about how to do that, or thank you for that reminder. I've been thinking the same thing. You all, within 24 hours, the owner sent me a message back saying, I love everything. I want everything. I want to place an order. Within 48 hours, I was delivering product to that store. Within 72 hours, they had merchandised the product and were posting it. And within about 5 days, we were hearing from people that are in relationship with both brands saying, oh my gosh, I'm so glad this marriage happened because I love both of you. All of that, y'all, is mind of a finisher in motion. Prepare now. There are going to be possibilities that present themselves on the other side of doing in winter what you're going to need in spring. I could have met the owner, gotten her card, because she did give me her card. And if I didn't have any product, because I understand how founders think, they're usually so busy. This woman was so busy that even before she could go home, knowing her store was open, I need to run in for a minute to do some things. Founders move at the speed of light. And so when I'm looking to build partnerships with other businesses, I'm always thinking about, how do I solve their problems? How do I make it easy for them to do what they do and do well? And how do I alleviate burden in the ways that I can? I could have mailed a packet to her later and done those things, but it was this in the moment. The magic was in the moment. And sometimes I think we miss magical moments because we're not prepared. Because we are not prepared. And, I was dressed down. I was dressed like it was a Saturday. I wasn't, in a power suit or anything like this, but I just want to encourage you, prepare for what you see. I'm reading right now Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. It's the story of Nike. And I'm at the point in the book, if any of you have read it, where Nike's, the predecessor to Nike was a business called Blue Ribbon. And one of the things I've been really inspired by is in the growing of their business, one of the things that they would do is they would go set up shop at Olympic Games, or they would go set up shop at collegiate track meets. They were going in places with with no business deal. They didn't have any, athletic endorsements, but what they had was preparation. What they had was a product that they knew, if we could just get this into the hands of folks that would use this product and their lives will be impacted by this product, and we can take some photos as they're using this, then this will propel this brand. And so even before Nike, it's been so impactful to me that Phil Knight and this small, petite and powerful team grew a brand to a $2.4 million company well before it became Nike. All I'm saying, y'all, is prepare. I told a friend this week, she's been starting to do speaking engagements. And I told her, the next time you do a speaking engagement, hire a photographer. Have them take high-res photos of you doing what you do and then share it over your LinkedIn. You don't have to wait until you have a website. Listen, prepare at the level that you're on with the resources that you have. Prepare where you are. Build slow and stay ready. I didn't always have a catalog, but I've always believed in having some form of product, something that tells my brand story on my person or in my car at all times. And I can't tell you how many doors that has opened. So, y'all, our 15 minutes is already gone. But I'm excited to hear how you are going to live in your now and invest in your next by being prepared for possibility to meet your preparation. I'm thinking about you. Until next time. Podcasts during the month of March are sponsored in part by University of Michigan Health West. University of Michigan Health West is passionate about providing leading women's healthcare services for every woman at every stage of life. They offer compassionate care and expertise close to home, yet far from ordinary. For more information, visit uofmhealthwest.org.